Hey guys, welcome to Dakes Gaming. I've been playing Tiny Tina's since it came out and I've put a lot of hours into the game, so I wanted to show you my findings so far and what I've found to be most efficient for my time playing the game. This build absolutely slaps and I recommend trying it. You can melt literally any boss very quickly and it's effortless once you get the hang of using it. When used correctly, doing a standard Chaos Chamber run on level 20 will take roughly between 12 to 15 minutes. Before we go further, supporting the channel is really appreciated and I'd love to hear your feedback on the build. Also, please let me know what you'd like to see next. The top voted will be my next build video. This build focuses on the spellshot and sporewarden, which is an OP combo especially for gun builds. You'll see an insane amount of damage and clear up any level 20 Chaos Chamber run in no time at all. The class trees are really important because you're going to want to be investing into your spellshot tree to the capstone to get the main perk, and then investing into the sporewarden into the nodes that primarily focus on your guns and anything else that you think would be useful. There is flexibility because the game has so many different ways you can go about this, but I'll show you the way which I've done it and you can try it out for yourself and perhaps let me know how you get on from your gameplay. So firstly, spellshot I went with ambidextrous because primarily we're going to be using the Buffmeister to increase damage throughout. I know that the Buffmeister is commonly used and some think that it will be fixed in an upcoming patch. It might happen, but it also might not, so this will come down solely to the developers if they see it to be a problem. Either way, the aim is weapon damage, not spell damage. I went with Spell Sniper because hitting those crits is really nice and can deliver a lot of damage depending on if you're using the right spell. Magic Bullets plays hand in hand with this and bumps your gun damage by up to 45% of spell damage, so I maxed this out. When paired with the right spell, your damage will be significantly higher. I fully invested in Font of Mana for the spell cooldown and invested in Mage Armor, which works quite nicely for survivability. Imbued Weapon I fully maxed out because again this is boosting gun damage based on the spell element, so as I'm using a frost weapon and a lightning spell, I'm effectively delivering a different element of damage in addition to frost. High threat count is good because it boosts your max spell beaming stacks and you can reach quite high stacks on this. Warcaster massively increases reload speed, and this is quite good because when you're a gun build you want to be getting back into the thick of it really fast. It can also really help you if you're in a death save instance. Double Knot is also maxed out too because it can give up to 21% of damage dealt by a critical hit into gun damage, which ties in nicely with Spell Sniper. One slot, one kill gives an increase of 4% damage per spell weaving stack, so if you're able to hit 8 for instance, you will get up to 32% bonus damage and possibly more if you're lucky with the buffs inside the Chaos Chambers. Finally, the capstone Sever the Thread is crucial as gun critical hits have a chance to reset spell cooldowns, and this is very useful because when you're trying to trigger Buffmeister and you've got 2 stacks of it, you can literally get those stacks back really quickly, especially when you're hitting those critical hits, because you're going to get those from the sporewarden tree, which we'll go over in a second. Sporewarden is really great because it focuses on points which are important for gun builds, but ultimately another reason I chose this is because of the res buddy. Trust me, it comes in clutch and is a great asset to your playstyle in Chaos Chambers. Here I went for Eagle Eye with 32% gun damage and 40% gun handling, Bullseye for 50% crit chance, Quiver of Holding for a 30% bigger mag size and some ammo regen, Medicinal Mushroom for the res, and the extra points which were left over I put into Windrunner and Prestidigitation. So now for what I use on my character, I'm still looking for some elusive volatile gear. However, this is the best I have for now, which trust me still wrecks anything on Chaos level 20. My weapon of choice is the Glittering Nightshade of Peak, and this gun came with a lot of gear rolls on it, so until I get a volatile with a similar roll, this is what I'll be using. I also use the volatile Frost Liquid Cooling of Patience, which again boosts some really good perks and certainly packs a punch. The reason I use the Glittering Nightshade over all other weapons is because of the projectiles, which really bump up the overall damage. I also use a volatile live wire of the wind, which comes in pretty handy at times, especially when taking down wards. As for my spells, I use a volatile buffmeister, and this insane spell has crazy stats, which really helps boost the overall damage. Pairing that with my other spell, which has 1220% spell damage, 400% spell critical chance, and also for being highly effective versus wards, this is a fantastic spell to use. The damage is also pretty insane at 4.7k. For my class item, I'm using the Bombardier's Amalgam of the Sniper Lancer, and it has some really great perks, and my rings are focused on gun damage, SMG crit damage, and spell crit chance. My ward is focused on gun crit damage, boosted by 40% for 10 seconds through the enchant, and the necklace is focused on overall damage and status effect, but also on sporewarden power and frost damage, which is my primary source of damage. That pretty much wraps up the video. If you want to try the build, hop over to my Discord where we have a Tiny Tina section. You're welcome to join. We don't entertain modded people with the aim to have easy mode, as I personally believe this takes away from the game, and I don't want that for anyone, as this game is awesome as it is without cheats. And on that note, I'll catch you on the next one.